It's a traditional fold, and when you stack them, they're really cute. They kind of look like a little pagoda thing. But they're called a Sanbo box, which means an offering box. So here I am offering candy to myself. But anyway, but it's an offering box. But I love it because it has these decorative handles. So this little box is really cool because not only is it really cute and it has like a little stand, it's got this interesting part in here like this, but it also can be recollapsed and folded back. You can actually fold these flat if you want to store them or send them off, or if you want to fold a lot of them, you can always collapse them and then open them up again. So they're really very handy and they're just too darn cute. I think they'd be really cute on a table when we start to have our dinners with friends again. We could put their names. You could put like a dessert or a mint or little mints inside the box or small items. But if we're going to do something big like this one, we're going to find out how big this gets. And I don't even know, but it's going to be bigger than the other one. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our color side down. We're going to fold it diagonally, point to point, just point to point like this. We open it up. And we're going to fold it point to point. Okay, now we have this here. So now we're going to turn it over, and then we're going to fold it in half with the color sides together. We're going to do this on both sides. Open this up, turn it, and fold it in half again, right? To just in half. Kind of line up your edges first, and then make your crease. Okay, now we open it up. We're going to just lay it here. And what we're going to do is fold all of these four corners to this very center. And what's nice is now we have something to guide because we have all these lines to help us. So we're going to fold this corner right to the center, lining up everything. And we're going to do the same on all four sides. Just bring that corner right to the center. And this is the third side. And I think I went over a little too far on this. So what you want to do is you just kind of don't want to go too far over. And if you ever find that you're too far over, you can adjust your folds a little bit. And I just needed to do that because I was going past the center. You don't want to go past the center. I'm just going to fold this next point towards the center, touching it, but not going past it. And the fourth side, fold the corner towards right to the center. So now we have this. So what we've done already is we've kind of creased everything. So what's going to happen is if you know the crane, if you're familiar with the crane, let's just reinforce these. What we have are these mountain folds here, and we can just reinforce them we're going to just reinforce this by just folding, not new creases, but we're just going to reinforce these mountain folds that are already here. Okay. And then we have, these are valley folds. So we're going to reinforce these valley folds. So we're just basically, so you can see why I'm doing this. If you remember how the crane works, the crane, we make this box we do this and we collapse it into a square. Well, you can see these open edges on top this time. So we're just collapsing all of these we're not making new creases. We're collapsing everything into a kind of a square. And just go ahead and reinforce all that. And you'll see it looks like this. And what we'll have is you'll see the white side. And if you had trouble with that, I'll definitely go back to it on another piece of paper. But or if anybody had trouble with that, let me know and unmute yourself and let me know. Because if everybody's caught up here,
I'm not. Would you unfold it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's okay. So where we may have gotten stuck. Let's see. Are you stuck right here? Or let's just unfold it.
Yeah, right there with.
Okay. Okay, so let's now we're back to where we were before we collapsed everything. So what you need to do, if you see there's mountain folds, you want to have your whole basically, if you look at your square, you want your mountain fold to be your cross, your your X, right? It's not the X, but it's like the horizontal and vertical folds. Make those into, just reinforce them into mountains. Okay, so that will help. And then if you take these diagonal folds, which are going to be valleys, fold them like this, just like how I'm doing it. That's reinforcing it. You just want to fold those so that you're basically making a new, you're just reinforcing the fold. What you want to do is when you collapse the box, you can kind of, or collapse the model, you want these flaps that you folded to the center to be facing you. You don't want it to be on the other side. So if that's where you're at, what you want to do is take your finger, I put my finger right in the middle, just like you do the crane, and I pop this little part right up here so that it's facing up, and then everything just sort of comes together. So right, and it doesn't matter which of these you collapse. It doesn't matter, but what you need to do is just bring them all together, bring the sides, pinch them. Basically, you want to push these little parts go in, and then you just flatten it so that it's a square with 2 flaps on each side. Now, and you'll see this pockets are on both sides of this flap. Okay, so now this is the rest of it's easy peasy. So what we're going to do is with the flaps or the open area facing your stomach area, you're going to take this top flap that I have here, just fold it right, just fold it so that the tip meets this top part here. Okay, just like that. So you can see it goes like from here to here. Now just unfold it. And what that was a pre-crease. We call it a pre-crease. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take my finger. I'm going to put my finger in the left side, which is a pocket. I'm also going to take my right pocket and I'm going to get that opened up. But just basically, I want to open this up. All right. So I've opened up my pockets. And all I'm going to do is open them up and I'm going to flatten them. And I'm going to use that crease I just made. So I'm just going to flatten them right like so. So now I'm going to flip it over and we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. And I'm telling you, it's almost done. We're just so close to being done. So, so I'm going to take this top flap, this one here, and I'm going to fold it up to that, right to this edge. And I'm doing the same. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to get my finger, or if you have a bone folder or a spoon or pen tip, anything, because sometimes my fingers are so chubby I can't get them in there. But if I want, I can just do the same thing with a pen or something. So you can do that. Open up your flaps, and you're not making new creases at all. You're just reversing existing creases. So then I'm going to open it up, and now all I'm doing is I'm going to reverse those creases, and everything's there. Okay, so now that we have that, the very next thing, in the very last, it's actually, we're almost done. So turn the whole thing, just kind of rotate it 180 degrees so that your peak, it looks like a little house right now. And you're going to take it, and you're going to take this left flap, and you're going to just turn the page, just turn it to the right until you see the house with a, like it looks like a tent. Now it looks like a tent. We're going to turn the whole thing over, just turn it over, the whole thing. And you're going to take your page and you're going to turn it from left to right until you see that tent. So it looks like we're going to go camping. Okay, that's how you want it to look now. And then we're going to do a very simple final step. So the simple final step is we're going to covered fold this edge and this edge, top flap only, to the center, to that center line. We're going to do the same on both sides. Here we go, like that. So you see we've got that. It looks like cupboard doors opening the tent. And now we flip the whole thing over. We're going to do the same thing on this side. We're just going to fold it, that left flap to the center. We're going to fold the right flap to the center. Now, if you're all there, we're going to just fold this flap down. You see there's 2 flaps. What I'm going to do is just going to fold it down right at that place where it won't fold anymore. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to do the same exact thing on this side. And now our box is finished, but it's flat right now. So what you have to do is you take your these 2 flaps, and you just gently open them, and you just put your finger inside and shape it, and basically kind of push out. Ooh, I like this size. This will hold a donut. This will hold a muffin. Ooh, boy. So you can see now, I've got the box, right? It's all ready, and I'm hoping that you got it. It should look just like this.